Bienvenidos, mis estudiantes. Welcome, my students, to Week 1, Module 1A, Capítulo Preliminar. This is the preliminary chapter before chapters 1 through 4 in our online book. We're going to begin with el vocabulario, vocabulary, el alfabeto, alphabet, los vocales, vowels, A, E, I, O, and U. La pronunciación, we'll look at pronouncing words based upon those vowel sounds. And we'll continue with los números, numbers from 0 to 100. We're going to complete this module by looking at how to access your homework assignments in the iLearn online book. A few things to keep in mind, and this will be repeated for the beginning modules over and over again because this is so critical to the course. Homework assignments must be submitted on time. No late work is accepted. So your homework either needs to be submitted by Friday at midnight or Tuesday at midnight. So you can submit the homework anytime after it is posted. Please leave yourself adequate time. If an item is received at 12:05, 5 minutes after the accepted time, it will not be accepted. Please keep that in mind throughout the course. In addition, recordings must be submitted. Those are part of your homework assignments. Generally, each module will have recordings that need to be submitted. Not submitting the recordings will reduce your overall assignment grade by half. Critical that you submit the recording items that you are constantly practicing communication and speaking. For recording issues, review the document in Blackboard called Troubleshooting Recording. There are lots of tips for what you can do. Also, there is information on how to contact tech support for the iLearn online learning. Tech support is available from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. They're very accessible, very able to help with recording issues. If all else fails, you must submit recording, so use your iPhone to record and either text or email that file to me, or on your laptop or your iPad, make a recording and email that file to me. For each of the slides that you will see that pertain to something that's going on in the book, you're going to see the page number in the upper left-hand corner of the slide. So we are right now in Capítulo Preliminar on Página 2, page 2. Bienvenidos a la clase de español. The purpose of these pages, pages 2 to 5 in this preliminary chapter, is to introduce you to some of the nuts and bolts of Spanish you'll need right away, this basic beginning vocabulary. Familiarize yourself with these words and expressions and do the activities described. Don't worry about memorizing it all. There's lots of vocabulary in these 4 pages. You'll have many more opportunities to work with these words as you progress through Nexos, through the book. Beginning with Página 2, we're going to start today with el alfabeto, the alphabet. Continue today in this module 1A with los números de 0 a 100, numbers from 0 to 100. The next module for this week, which we'll post on Thursday, module 1B, we'll continue with the preliminary chapter with las personas, the people. We're also going to go over en el salón de clase, in the classroom, and los mandatos, which are commands. Let's begin. Here we go. El alfabeto. Keep in mind that the Spanish alphabet has 27 characters, the same 26 characters as the English alphabet, plus the extra letter Ñ, which is an N with a tilde at the top. It's kind of like a lazy S lying on its side up above. When using a Spanish dictionary to look up words that begin with CH or LL, the combination of those 2 letters, note that they do not have a separate listing, but they are instead listed alphabetically under C and L. There was a time when CH was considered its own letter, che, and LL was considered its own letter, eye, but now those words just begin with C and begin with L. The names of the letters vary across the Spanish-speaking world. So in some cases, a letter will sound, somebody will say what that letter is in one country, and it will be pronounced a different way in another country. There are many regional variations. The variants missing on this alphabet are not incorrect. So if you've heard that a letter is pronounced a different way in another country, or you have a Spanish-speaking background, you've heard it another way, we're learning it now in the way that they are recognized these days by the Real Academia de la Lengua Española. In 2010, they updated the Spanish names of some letters. So, for example, V, ve, and W, W, are now uve and W. And the way they used to say the letter Y, Y, which means Greek I, has now been shortened to just Y. But the adoption of these names is not universal among Spanish speakers, so you might hear these letters pronounced in different ways. In addition, CH and LL, as I noted a little bit earlier, they haven't been considered independent letters since 1994, the CH and the LL combination. So we're going to begin with los vocales, the vowels, just such an important piece of learning Spanish. So what I'm going to do is say the vowel. I'll leave a pause for you to pronounce it, and then we're going to pronounce a subsequent word. So listen and pronounce after me. A, Argentina. E, Ecuador. I, Inglaterra. O, Otavalo. U, Cuba. The vowel sounds in Spanish are very short, very staccato, and they never change. The 5 ways that you pronounce these vowels in any word are pronounced just like this. So let's try them one more time. Repita, por favor. A, I, O, U. Listen to them all together and then pronounce them together. A, I, O, U. Muy bien. Learn todo el alfabeto, first by pronouncing the letter, and then the Spanish-speaking place in the world, followed by the letter again. Let's go, vámonos. A, Argentina. A, B, Bolivia. B, C, Costa Rica. C, D, Dinamarca. D, E, Ecuador. E, F, Filipinas. F. Repitan, por favor. A, B, C, D, E, F. And not todo. A, B, C, D, E, F. Your turn. Muy bien. G. Try that again. G. A guttural sound from the throat. Guatemala. G. H. Honduras. H. I. Inglaterra. I. J. Jalisco. J. That's also a guttural sound from the throat. Try it one more time. J. K. Kenya. K. Repita, por favor. G. H. I. J. K. Now todos, escucha primero, first listen. G, H, I, J, K. Your turn. Muy bien. L, Los Ángeles. L, M, Marruecos. M, N, Nicaragua. N, Ñ, España. Ñ, O, Otavalo. O, P, Paraguay. P. Repita por favor. L, M, N, Ñ, O, P. Now todos, escucha, listen. L, M, N, Ñ, O, P. Muy bien. Q, Quito. Q, R, Peru. R. Notice there are two different sounds for R, and the other one is a trilled R. R. I'm sure you've heard that in Spanish before. It can be tricky to pronounce, but here are a couple ways that you can learn how to pronounce the trilled R. R. Try saying this: pot of tea. Say it quicker. Pot of tea. Now repeat it several times. Pot of tea, pot of tea, pot of tea. And you should be able to feel that trilled R with your tongue. Pot of tea, pot of tea. Another trick is to say the expression butter-o. Butter-o. Once again, repeat that several times quickly. Butter-o, 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 butter-o. And you can feel that trilled R with the tongue. So a few ways that you can practice getting that R sound. Let's continue. S, Santiago. S, T. To say the T correctly in Spanish, put your tongue right behind your upper teeth, almost like a D sound. T. T. Toledo. T. U. Cuba. U. V. Venezuela. V. And the V has a soft sound, almost like a BV combination. V. V. Repita, por favor. Q, R, S, T, U, V. Now all together, escucha, listen. Q, R, S, T, U, V. Muy bien. W, Kuwait. W. X, México. X. Y, Yucatán. Y. Z, Zacatecas. Z. Repitan. W, X, Y, Z. Now todos, escucha, listen first, and say the entire four together. W, X, Y, Z. Muy bien. Let's practice todos. Repitan, por favor. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Ñ, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Pronunciation of the letters before vowels are very similar to English. The C before the letters or the vowels A, O, and U is like the C in car, coat, and cut. It's a hard C sound. Repita, por favor. Carro, carro, coche, coche, Cuba, Cuba, which mean, by the way, expensive, car, and Cuba. The C before the vowels E and I is a soft C, like the C in central and city. Repitan, por favor. Cereal, cereal. Cine, cine, which means cereal, and movies. The G before the vowels A, O, and U is like the G in gate, goat, and guppy, a hard G sound. Repitan, por favor. Gordo, gordo. Guapo, guapo, which mean fat and handsome. The G before the vowels E and I is like the H in home. So a little bit of a h sound, a little bit of a guttural sound in the throat, a tiny bit. Repitan, general, general, gira, gira, which mean general, and tour. H in Spanish is always silent, so you just act as if it's not there and you start with the vowel sound after the H. Repitan, por favor. Hospital, hospital, hotel, hotel. The N with a tilde, Ñ, is like the Ñ in canyon. Repitan, mañana, mañana. España, España. Note that the K and W occur in words of foreign origin, so they'll need to pronounce those in Spanish as well, but you're not going to see a K and W in words that are of Spanish origin, just foreign origin other than Spanish. All letters are feminine, so to say the A or the B, you use the word for that is the feminine singular way to say the in Spanish, which is la. So repitan, por favor, la A, la B, la C. Now la práctica con el alfabeto. In a moment, a letter is going to appear. Pronounce the letter in Spanish. The goal is to try to say the letter before you hear the correct pronunciation. So beat the speaker before the next letter appears. Are you ready? Listo? G, X, B, N, A, W, L, P, D, Y, H, S, J, M, V, R, T, U, Q, W, O, F, K, E, Z, C, E. Now it's time to practice spelling some words in Spanish. So spell the following words aloud and then listen for the correct pronunciation. So here's an example, ejemplo. This is what you would say. Hola, H, O, L, A. Hola. So first you're going to hear the word. I'm going to pause to let you pronounce the letters in that word and then listen for the correct pronunciation. Are you ready? Here we go. Clase. Spell it. Clase. C-L-A-S-E. Let's try the next one. Niña. Niña. N-I-N-A. Libro. Libro. L-I-B-R-O. Abril. Abril. A-B-R-I-L. Last one. Junio. J-U-N-I-O. Now let's put what you've learned into a more practical situation. It's time to say hi to a new person and tell them your name. But for some reason, they don't understand you very well, so they're going to ask how to spell your name. This might be a situation where you are in a taxi in Mexico and you want them to take you to a place called Oaxaca. And you look at the spelling of that very unfamiliar native indigenous word and you just don't know how to pronounce it. So you might try to stumble through something and the taxi cab driver might ask you, well, how do you spell it? That would be an occasion where this could be really useful. And you then spell the name, use a letter pronunciation from the Spanish alphabet. So listen to the example and then practice both roles. Hola, me llamo Ana. You would give your real name there, by the way. The other person says, and you play this role as well. ¿Cómo se escribe Ana? A-N-A. So practice both roles. Say hello, say what your name is, your actual name. Pretend you're the other person asking, how do you spell? And then your name, and then spell your name aloud. Pause the presentation in order to complete the practice. Muy bien, moving past el alfabeto, let's move on to los números de 0 a 100, numbers from 0 to 100. Vámonos. 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, ocho, ocho, nueve, nueve, 10, 10. Repita por favor, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Repitan por favor, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What do you notice at the end of these 5 numbers? You notice se. So listen to them all together and then pronounce all 5 in a row. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Your turn. Muy bien. Notice also the connections that you can see as you hook things in your brain. Uno and its connection to once. Dos, connection to doce. Tres, trece. Cuatro, catorce, not as big of a connection. And cinco, quince, not quite as big of a connection. But always look for those hooks as you learn this new language. Continue. 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 16. Notice can also be written as 3 separate words. 16, 10 and 6. But what you'll notice in Spanish, they'll make a contraction. They'll take that Y, which means and. By itself, the letter Y means the word and. Take the Y out, replace it with an I, and take the Z from 10, replace it with a C, and it makes a one-word contraction, 16. Same with 17, 18, 19. Repitan, por favor. 17, 18, 19. So both ways to write them are correct, but you'll see more commonly they'll use the contracted form of the word. Because it's a lazier way to speak, like what we do in English. We use a contraction like I don't go to the store instead of I do not. We generally form contractions as well. Let's continue. 20, 20, 21, 21, 22, 22, 23, 23, 24, 24, 25, 25, 26, 26, 27, 27, 28, 28, 29, 29. As with the numbers 16, 17, 18, and 19, 21 to 29 also contract. They can be written as separate words. For example, 21. Contracting, you just take the Y away, the and away, you change the E to an I, and it makes the contraction, which, as in the numbers 16 to 19, is more common to see the contraction. So repitan, por favor. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Time to learn some higher numbers. Let's go. 30, 30, 31, 31, 32, 32. And the pattern will just continue. Now that we're above the numbers 16 to 19 and 21 to 29, no other numbers will contract. So it's simply your tens digit, like 30, with the word and then your single digits number, single digit numbers, unos, tres, etc. So 31, 32, 33, 34, etc. Let's continue. 40, 40, 50, 50, 60, 60, 70, 70, 80, 80, 90, 90. Pause for a moment, and look at the similarities between cuatro, 40, 5, 50, 6, 60, 7, 70. So notice the T in 70 like the T in siete. 88, 80. In 99. So look at those connections and notice those. Muy bien, repita por favor. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And notice what you're seeing at the end of these 10 digits, tens digits that give it away that they are tens digits, the ainta. Okay, let's put it all together. Are you ready? Try to say the number before I do, starting with 0. Go. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Okay, muy bien. You know the drill. It's time for la práctica con los números. In a moment, a number will appear. Say the number in Spanish and try to say that number before you hear me give the correct pronunciation. You want to beat the speaker before the next number appears. Are you ready? Listos. 8, 92, 71, 36, 4, 15, 27, 2, 100, 19, 61, 0, 14, 43, 6, 64, 12, 57, 3, 89, 25. Now some práctica with el número de teléfono. This is real practice. So write your phone number first if you need to, spelling out each number to give yourself a little bit of a cheat sheet. Now, for responses in Spanish to give the phone numbers, the area code and the first 3 digits are single numbers, and then the last 4 numbers are in pairs. So, for example, your number would be, for example, 716-532-1122. So the last 4 numbers in your phone number will be given in pairs. And what you're going to do is practice asking and answering the question, what's your phone number? My number is. Sounds like this. ¿Cuál es tu número de teléfono? Try repeating that after me one more time. ¿Cuál es tu número de teléfono? Put it all together and repita. ¿Cuál es tu número de teléfono? And the response is, repitan, mi número es. Mi número es. And then you give the numbers, say your numbers in Spanish. So pause the presentation for a moment while you do that practice. Muy bien. You've completed your learning for today. It's time for review and practice. So log on to your student workstation in iLearn. You'll come up with this screen, and once you have access to your book, you simply click on your Language Learning Center. Once you get into your book, look to the right-hand side. You'll see a column with several selections, one of which at the top is Assignment Calendar. So click on Assignment Calendar, and then you're going to click on View by Chapter. Select Capítulo Preliminar, our preliminary chapter, from the scroll down bar, and then click on View Assigned Activities Only so that you can see the 4 assignments are going to come up. For Capítulo Preliminar, you click on the individual assignments. On the left-hand side, you'll see an underline of the title of the assignment. Click on that, open the assignment, and that's where you complete them. Remember to also access Capítulo 1 in the assignment calendar. Click Assignment Calendar, and then click Capítulo 1. This is after you finish your 4 activities for Capítulo Preliminar. And complete the 4 activities that come up. Once again, you will have View Assigned Activities Only clicked and complete these 4 activities. So you will have a total of 8 activities. Note that once you are in the assignment calendar, you can also click View by Date to access tasks. They will be listed then just by date. And of course, just click on the task itself to open it up and complete the task. For all of your activities, be sure to scroll the whole way to the bottom in the event it is an activity that requires a recording. And if so, you'll see the box that you're noticing on this particular screen. For speaking, either click Find a Partner if you want to try that out, or click Record. And note that if there is no partner, you're going to play both roles that are determined by the instructions. Now, when you click record, you're going to see a text box, dialog box, that comes up indicating that you need to allow access to your microphone. So click on Allow to gain the microphone access to start your recording. As you record, notice the recording prompts letting you know that something good is happening, and then click Stop when you finish your recordings. In the event you're not happy with what you recorded, all you need to do is start step 5 again, click Record, redo the task, click Stop, and then you're going to notice a scroll bar at the bottom of your recording, and you can see all the recordings. So just simply display the recording that you want to submit. Make sure that it's showing there, the one that you're happiest with. And then don't forget to click Submit, really important. And then I'll be able to access and review your recording. Once again, let's review some of the basics that are so important. Homework assignments must be submitted on time. Late work is not accepted. So submit your assignments by Friday at midnight or Tuesday at midnight. If it comes up late, 12:10 a.m., late by 10 minutes, it will not be accepted. Also, remember, recordings have to be submitted as part of your assignment. If recordings are not submitted, all of the recordings, by the way, if there are 2 that are due, 2 must be submitted. Remember, your grade for the overall assignments will be reduced by half if the recordings are not included. For recording issues, please take a look at that troubleshooting recording document in Blackboard. If all else fails, get the recording to me another way, either by using your iPhone or your laptop or iPad and submitting that file to me. Muy bien, es el fin de Module 1A, the end of Module 1A. Buen trabajo y hasta pronto. Good work, and see you soon.